What up, you guys? Today's episode, I'm gonna be I'm gonna be telling you guys about the top 10 best sport cars of 2022. So pretty much, if you're in the market shopping for a car, here are the top 10 best sport cars of this year, from the Mazda MX-5 to the McLaren 720S. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna name you all the cars, the top 10 cars, and I'm gonna break you down exactly the abilities, the spec, and all that stuff for you guys. Okay. So starting with number one, is the Mazda MX-5. Number two, the Porsche 911. Number three, the Alpine A110. That's a European car. I'm gonna give you guys more info about that. Moving on with number four is the 718 Boxster or the Cayman. Okay. And then the BMW M3 M4, the McLaren 720, that's number 6, 720S. Number 7, Toyota Supra, the GR Supra I'm talking about. Number 8, the Ford Mustang. Number 9, Nissan GT-R. And number 10, Audi TT. Now, feel free to skip throughout this video to a specific car that you wish to learn more about. I'm going to leave that in the description below. And in case if I do miss any car that is not mentioned on this list, please make sure you leave it down in the comment below. All right. Now, starting with the Mazda MX-5. In case you don't know much about the Mazda MX-5, it's been around the block for a hot minute. It's a very good car enthusiast car. So the Mazda MX-5 is one of the best enthusiast cars on sale, regardless of its relatively low price. There aren't many small, fun rear-wheel drive sport cars available on the market today, because most cars nowadays, they kill you with a lot of horsepower and stuff. Alright, so the Mazda MX-5 is equipped with either a 1.5 or a 2-liter engine, which it's pretty much the weight of the Mazda MX-5 that strive the car enthusiasts to get it. Alright, moving on with number 2. I won't say much on that Mazda because there's a lot of videos regarding that. Okay, number 2 is the Porsche 911. So the Porsche 911 is the most complete, like daily wise, supercar wise. You can get that. Car enthusiast wise, you can get that with the Porsche 911. So you can go either with the Carrera, or you can go with the 4S. You can go with that, the Cayman, the Carrera GTS. You can go with either or. You have a Porsche. All right. So the number of coupe, cabriolet, and Tiger version of this 992 generation to choose from. At the top of the trail, you have the 641 horsepower Turbo S, which does the pick, which managed to do a 0 to 60 in 2.7 seconds, and listen to this, 205 miles per hour top speed. That is crazy. For what it is, that's super crazy. But you can go also with the car that's, is suited for you. You can go with the 44 horsepower PDK. Obviously, you want to keep that PDK Porsche. It's up to you. Now, moving on with number 3. Like I said, I'm really skimming through these cars. There's a lot of videos out there. If you guys want me to go more in depth about each specific car, I can make a dedicated video regarding each specific car. If that's something that you guys want, please leave it down in the comment below. All right, number 3, we're going to be going with the European car. I don't think we have this here in North America, but I haven't really seen this in North America. So number 3, we have the Alpine A110. If I'm mistakenly saying this wrong, please correct me down in the comment below, but I believe it's the Alpine A110. So the Alpine A110 is drawing from a rich history of rare engine, sport car, and racing cars. The latest Alpine 110 is tied to look and feel much like a French brand iconic 60s offering of the same name. All right, but with a mid-mounted turbo engine, it has a 4-cylinder, so which the engine is coming from a Renault. Alright, so I'm gonna give you guys the spec that really comes with it. So the standard A110 makes about 249 brake horsepower from its 1.8 liter Renault engine, which I mentioned that before. So what really defines the Alpine comparing to the Audi TTS is the weight. So it comes about 1,098 kilogram and over 300 kilogram lighter than the Audi TTS. So it's about 200 kilogram lighter than the Audi TTS. If that's something that makes it different for you, definitely go with the Alpine. Personally, I'm not really a fan of the look of the Alpine, but if you do like it, it's a great sport car for you to have, a great railway drive car for you to have. All right. Number 4, we're going to be doing the Porsche 718 Boxster or Cayman. They are kind of the same thing. All right. So there's not really much to say about the Porsche Cayman Boxster. Well, to give you guys the numbers, the power wise. So unlike his big brother, the 911, the 718 may do about, it has about 4-cylinder. That's sometimes of a weak point in otherwise excellent package. Standard, the standard and the T model gets about 296 brake horsepower. So, which I don't think most you, if you get into that 296 horsepower, it's probably like just the basic one. But the S model gets about 345 brake horsepower. Porsches are very light, right? And if you desire yet more power, the top spec is the GTS. So if you're going for a Porsche, you go with the GTS, which is about 400 brake horsepower that you can get out of the Porsches. Following up, we have the BMW M3/M4. So if you're gonna go with the M3, you can either go with the coupe or with the sedan version, which the competitor is pretty much the Mercedes C63 AMG. So either the coupe or the sedan. Personally, I prefer the coupe on the M4 and the sedan on the M3. That's my personal choice on that. However, if you're going with the, so I'll give you guys the numbers so you can, there's so much variable when it comes to these BMWs, the M3 or the M4. So the competitors car sees has increased power from 473 brake horsepower to 503 brake horsepower. So that's pretty much, there's a pretty much big upgrade, and it's super light nowadays and it's super fast. Okay, I'm not going to spend much. And you can also get an X-Drive system with the M3, M4. It comes with all-wheel drive with that, which is the X-Drive, so you can get that. So it's really worth spending the money when it comes to a daily driving and having super car like power with those cars. Now moving on, we have number 6 at the McLaren 720S. Personally, I'll go with the coupe, with the Spider version, but obviously that's more pricier. So the competitor for the McLaren 720S, you do have the Ferrari 488, the Lamborghini Huracan. Those are the main competitors with the McLaren. So the McLaren is equipped with obviously 720 horsepower, and it has a 4-liter V8 engine, so which is pretty fast. It does 0 to 60 in about 2.9 seconds, and a top speed of 212 miles an hour. That is crazy. And its launch control, definitely gonna put you back in your seat. Alright, moving on with number 7, we have the Toyota GR Supra. So this car has a little bit, I'll say a lot of bit of controversy. Is it a BMW Supra or is it Toyota Supra? So personally, I feel like the Supra badge on this car kind of ruined the Supra name. However, it's a great car. It has the same engine as the BMW, okay? So pretty much the engine comes from a BMW, which is a 3-liter turbocharged 6-cylinder that produces about 335 horsepower and 500 Nm of torque, which is coming straight from the BMW. Alright, so that's pretty much about that one. Now I'm gonna stay along with the Toyota Supra. The old Supra, obviously you have the 2JZ and all that stuff, which is better. But I believe the Toyota Supra, the GR Supra, makes about does 0 to 60 about 4.3 seconds. Correct me if I'm wrong. Moving on with number 8, we have the Ford Mustang. So you can get the GT You can get the 5-liter, you can get, but why would you get the V6? So I won't even say the V6, right? So with the Ford Mustang GT, it puts out about 444 horsepower, okay, which is at about 50,000 euros. I don't know how much that is in US or Canadian dollars. So that's what I found. That's how much it's about. Starting price. So it has the 5-liter V8 and it does 0 to 60 in about 4.3 seconds, which is about the same as the GR Supra. But the GR Supra still is lighter than the Mustang RV. Now moving on with number 9, which not the last, is the Nissan GT-R. So this car has been over 10 years and it keeps going. The only thing I don't like about the Nissan GT-R is just the pricing. Nonetheless, it's a great, it's up to you. Do you guys consider it as a supercar or a sport car? Definitely up to you. Let me know down in the comment below. Nonetheless, the Nissan GT-R has a 3.8-liter turbocharged, which is coming from a V6, and it produces 562 horsepower, and it does 0 to 60 in under 3 seconds, and it's an all-wheel drive. Alright, so it's pretty quick. So less than 3 seconds, you should be good. Nissan, they claiming about 0 to 62 miles an hour. It takes about 2.8 seconds, which is about the same time as a McLaren 650S. And now the last is the Audi TT. Personally, I prefer the Audi TT-RS. However, the TT is a great way to start. If not, if you have a little bit of money, upgrade with the TTS. But I feel like the TT, the groove is better than the TTS. If you have much money, just freaking go with the TT-RS, and that's pretty much a baby R8 right there. Nonetheless, the standard TT has a 2-liter TFSI engine that produces about 194 to 242 horsepower. So the car is pretty light itself, okay, and it has enough power, but obviously you can always upgrade that power, but it just have enough power to give you a smooth drive and for you to enjoy it. Nowadays you don't really need that much power, you just need to travel from your point A to point B. But yeah, that's pretty much the top 10 cars of 2022, sport cars of 2022. If I did miss any cars, please leave it down in the comment below. If there's anything that you guys want to see, please leave it down in the comment below. Nonetheless, please like, share, subscribe if this video helped you in any way or form. I appreciate it. And I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one. Alright? YOLO!